All right. Wait, what was that? All right.
target practice. The real thing's coming soon. Enemies are dropping.
Off the board. Heads up.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back fast. Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm hurt. Inserting armor.
Operator establishing score streak.
Be advised, an enemy squad is tracking your
Changing mags.
location.
Last man.
Inserting armor. Using
Contract
equipment.
was compromised.
Oh, that was
Stand
so
down. You have reinforcements inbound.
God damn it! Take that bullshit.
Back in
You're getting
business.
another chance. Weapons free.
Broke their armor.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Your squad made it to the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it. Your squad
Help
mate
me.
is redeploying.
Oh, you
Well
fucking
done.
whore. Come on! Stupid. Showboating piece of shit.
Back in
Get
business.
ready. You're redeploying. Squad mates back on station. Good work. You have reinforcements inbound. Friendly loadout drops on the way. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. the pressure on.
Come on!
Your squad mates
Oh,
redeploying.
I
Well
picked
done.
that up!
Help!
Well, enough.
Changing mags!
Back in
We're
business.
returning you to the front. Earn this.
We're all dead.
You have reinforcements inbound. Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Nah, this match is already. I hate that they did the fucking goddamn reset. Ever since that reset, all my fucking shit sucks. Because I have no upgrades like I had before. All my
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Your squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Was it Maxwell House? Better than Folgers that nowadays.
I'm not your enemy.
Changing mags.
I might have to go in and change my settings. That might be an issue too. Maybe one of the issues.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy dropping into the AO. You have reinforcements inbound. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Inserting armor.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. squad mates back on station. Good work.
Not good. Not good.
Resurgence is close. No more second chance.
The armor's gone.
Can I get a team? Can I please get a team that is actually going to be a support? Give me someone good. Give me someone good. Come on. It sucks too, though, that I have no people that run it like I do. So, I mean, I do, but since I'm doing it with randos, they don't know how I run. You can't watch your back. You don't got eyes to back your head. That's one thing people got to remember. So when you're stuck by yourself and they're groups of 4, you are literally in the fucking midst of it. It's a shit show, man.
Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly. All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
What is the reason why they're going to make it illegal again? Because people are using it as a ways to medicate against Big Pharma. And since Big Pharma does not have direct access to medical marijuana and marijuana like other medications because of what it is, they want to make sure that it is seen as a danger, so then that way they have a way to put their foot in the door more. Because if it is seen as a danger, then big pharma now has more say in what can be done to the regulation of marijuana. So the new thing now is apparently people are getting condition that people are over smoking weed and now becoming sick to their stomach and everything like that. They do research on is pre-consistent conditions or eating regimen of the person who is smoking. I am a medical user. I use it for anxiety and depression. Same thing in PTSD. Not stoned, but I'm medicated most of the time. If this was the case, I would be sick to my stomach 24/7, and I am not. The fact that they are doing this is they want to bring marijuana a bad name yet again. And the reason why this conversation just came up is because I am debating with somebody about this new condition. They are diagnosing people with this because they're not telling people doctors full detail. So, do you have a pre-consistent condition that causes you to have stomach problems? Yes. It's not the marijuana that's causing it. When you get stoned, do you eat everything in your fridge and not pay attention to what you snack on? Yes. That's what's causing your upset stomach. It's nothing to do with weed.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Going to a display or a sticker shop, and you are having these issues, what you need to do is evaluate the shop.
We've got gas moving in. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I'm in smoke over 10 years. And these conditions that are randomly popping up, I have not had one. Which means if it didn't happen in 10 years, it's not going to happen in 20 years. It's not going to happen in 30 years. It's not going to happen in 40 years. It's not going to happen in 50 years. It's not going to happen in 60 years.
Changing mags. Help me.
And I'm tired that people are, what I'm getting sick and tired of, is people are falling for this simply because a doctor is telling them that it is real. Okay, so if I go and get my degree to be a doctor, and I tell you something is real and it is not, are you going to believe me? Yes, because I'm your doctor. And you know, some people say, oh, that's not true. Oh, that's 100% true. That is 100% true. If I am your primary care doctor and I tell you that you smoking marijuana is causing all these problems for you, and then I give you bogus scientific so-called facts that do not have enough research to benefit it, that you are suffering from this symptom, you are going to believe me simply because I am your doctor, whether it's true or false. It's just, and you know, I'm basing this off of actual statistics. That's the thing. The statistic of people believing their doctor over doing the research for themselves and actually realizing that most of what your doctor tells you is false. That statistic's a lot higher than actual educated people who know what they're doing. There are journals upon journals I have read. I mean, journals upon journals. Used myself as experiment. This symptom is false. If there is something underlining it, you know, there's something that let me rephrase that. There is something underlining it that is causing that symptom. For example, the endocannabinoid system. If you're somebody, let's say your family, right, that hasn't smoked weed for generation upon generation upon generation, what's going to happen genetically and evolution is that endocannabinoid system in that organism is going to stop working. You're going to have adverse effects because why? It's not because of the weed. It's not because of the weed. That's not what's giving you these effects. You become allergic because your endocannabinoid system don't work properly. So, in the same turn, you're going to have problems when ingesting marijuana. There's no way to test, in a sense, the endocannabinoid system and see if it works because of how it is in the body. But, so, people will say, for one, that the marijuana's the issue. Marijuana's not the issue. Evolution can be the issue. Or it's the simple fact that something is being added to this weed that shouldn't be. So, back in the day, did we spray our weed with all these additives to change flavor, to increase the terpene count, to, do all? No, we didn't. It's not the weed that's the problem. It's process. Marijuana in itself is not a drug, right? Here is why. Here is why. It is a plant. When you go and you grow weed, right, and you dry it, and you take it off of the plant, and then you smoke it, you have it in its purest form you possibly can have it in. You cannot get no purer than pure bud, right? That people be like, oh yeah, you can. That's why we have all these processes. No, that's not how it works. The purest form of marijuana is raw bud. And then when you start processing it down into dabs, into shatter, into all this other stuff, that is when it becomes a drug. Because you introduced a process to it to change the literal structure of a plant. It's the same thing that's done with cocaine. It's the same thing that's done with opium. It is not a drug until it is processed into the form of a drug. I don't really smoke dabs, and I don't really smoke hash or anything like that. I mainly smoke raw, pure bud because it's at its purest form. It's not fucked with, it's not, unless somebody fucks with it. So if you grow it and you don't fuck with it, when I grow weed, I don't even wash it. I pay attention for bugs, and I'll go through. When I'm clipping my weed, if I see a mite, I'll pick the mite off, and I'll clip that leaf off. And, oh, there's another mite. I'll pick that mite off. I'll clip that leaf off. Oh, that bud's fine. I'll put that bud ready to dry. That's how I process mine. I don't wash my weed. I don't add nothing to my weed. I don't spray. The only thing I spray my weed with is water and peroxide, and that is for insecticides and mold. That's it. So only thing I actually pretty well spray on my plants. That, and I have a veg that I use. It's a foliage spray. But by the time I'm at a vegetation stage, that's all off of my plants. So it's just, I have a feeling what's going to be happening is the marijuana industry is going to get such bad rep again, and it is going to become illegal again, or regulated in a completely different way. I mean, if you're a grower, you know how they say it's okay, so you really shouldn't smoke premature bud, but then other people, if you're a home grower, they'll tell you, hey, salvage anything you can. Do not smoke the weed if it has not reached full fruition. There is reasons behind this. It's like eating an unripe fruit. It's not good for you. That's with anything. You can take unripe bud, break it down, and use it for edibles. But smoking it, you really shouldn't do. One of the main reasons is there is a mass amount of chlorophyll in premature bud. More, believe it or not, than there is in fully formed bud. The reason why is because as the color starts changing and as it matures, the amount of chlorophyll in the actual flower part decreases as it gets older. I mean, that's a lot of plants, it degrades. So when you bring it to its full fruition and then you take it, you clip it off and you dry it. What happens is that you're degrading the rest of the already degraded chlorophyll. And one of the reasons why if you smoke premature bud, you get this really, really nasty taste. One reason could be it's overload of chlorophyll. And it almost tastes kind of chemically. It can. It can be chlorophyll. You'll know the difference. You'll know. You'll taste real planty, I guess is a good way to put it. Earthy. Very earthy and like tarry. But when you allow it to bring it to its full fruition, you get that gassiness and all that kind of stuff. Weird. Genetics too are weird nowadays. It's nothing you gotta watch out for. It's just marijuana isn't the kind of plant that. One last thing I'll say: marijuana is not the kind of plant. This is one thing you do have to pay attention to. Okay, it is a psychedelic or psychoactive, not psychedelic. Two completely different things. Psychoactive means it affects the mind. Psychedelic means it affects perception of the mind, and it also affects visual. So because it affects the perception of the mind, it affects the visuals of the mind. So the things you see change a little bit. Marijuana don't do that. Marijuana is not a psychedelic. It is a psychoactive, meaning it can change thought process, not visuals, okay? So if you're having you'll get eye sensitive. That's not changing visuals. That's just nerve. That's affecting your optical nerve. So it affects nerve problem. Nerves become sensitive. If you smoke weed and it gives you a psychedelic-like effect, it changes perception and it changes visual and it does a few other things, there's something wrong with your weed. There's something wrong with your weed. It is not a psychedelic. It's a psychoactive. Like depression medication or anxiety medication. It's psychoactive. It affects mood and like appetite. Psychoactive. So anything technically that falls underneath the active potion kind of could be in that. Anything psychedelic is anything that, like I said, changes visual perception. You feel like a god. You feel invincible. Psychedelics can do that. That's not really common with it, believe it or not, like a psychoactive. Psychoactives aren't supposed to get you to that point of invincibility. It'll get you to a point of maybe thinking, not feeling. In a sense, it'll, you know. Just jump on in.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Sometimes to figure some of this stuff out, you got to be your own experiment, you know, and it sucks because sometimes it can affect you in bad ways, and it can affect you in good ways. You don't know until the outcome. The problem with that too is that's how some investigators work. Is in order for them to figure something out, sometimes they have to put themselves literally in the shit show and do the exact same thing. Like back in the 70s and 80s. Private investigators who get addicted to some of the hardcore drugs. What do you think?
Enemy dropping into the AR. Heads up. An enemy squad marked you as a bounty target. boxes. Secure those locations. Supply box secured. Move to the next one. Contract failed. Stand down. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemy soldier incoming. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Help me.
Reloading.
I'm gonna end the stream right here, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.